There is supposedly a megalithic rock wall in Montana called the Sage Wall and has been likened to sites in Peru and Egypt and many other locations around the world of precisely fitted rock structures. From an architectural standpoint, they look quite similar, but let's look at it through a geology lens. This rock is a quartz monzonite, which is an igneous intrusion, and is similar to granite. Driven by uplift forces, it intrudes upwards, squeezing itself into cracks in the above rock. This is a dike, and they can make some pretty nice walls when the rock they squeeze through gets eroded away. So that explains its wall shape. But why are there tightly fitting square blocks? These are fractures, called joints, caused by pressure from tectonic and uplifting forces. When rocks form, they go through intense heat and pressure to lithify or become stone. As they cool, they become more brittle, and the pressure that they used to withstand fractures them, and they can fracture in a very organized way. Look at this full Coke can that's under a hydraulic press. The stress builds up in regularly spaced layers. When this happens in geology, the rock fractures at those layers to release some energy. So if you look at checkerboard mesa, you can see how the fractures or joints are regularly spaced, and it formed square blocks that look like they could be a part of a megalithic structure. This is also what Muley Point in Utah is, which has a perfect 90-degree angle on a huge sandstone block. The blocks at Sage Wall have joints that make sense for this geological explanation, but it doesn't make any sense if it was built to be a structural wall, because you would want the blocks to be staggered for shear strength. And you would never set multiple layers of blocks on the same break. That's a big no-no, and it would never pass inspection, not even in ancient times. But a fracture tends to have a long, continuous break. Now, some of these joints or fractures, you can see that they don't go all the way through the rock, and they don't have to. Just like how you can fracture a bone without fully breaking it. So this rock has partial fractures. But why would a builder partially cut into a rock that was already placed? Shout out to Desert Drifter for the amazing footage. He was getting the sense that this was most likely a natural formation, but wanted to see more study done and excavation done around the wall. And I do too. I think that the wall will continue down until it connects to the larger plume of the quartz monzonite below, proving that the wall is a dike intrusion. Desert Drifter also got some good shots of some surrounding rocks that also have perfectly square joints. These blocks are clearly natural since they are still attached to the bedrock. And these rocks are in the near vicinity of Sage Wall. And if you look closely, you can see an orange layer on the edge of the joint. That is from a vein containing iron. So after the rock fractured, there were still tectonic and uplifting forces that injected an iron compound up into the fractures, and this was able to infuse with the rock it contacted to give it this orangish hue. At Sage Wall, this can also be found at a joint. Here's a good example of sandstone in California that has a square block from its fractures, and it also has iron in the joints. These iron-containing veins are the reason the surface of many sandstone rocks is darker and rustier in color. The iron-rich layer is only a few millimeters deep and can be chipped off or rubbed off by people brushing against it as they go up a crack climb. This shows that iron was injected into these cracks, a testament to the incredible forces that rocks go through during lithification. These vertical cracks that are good for climbing are from tectonic forces squeezing the sandstone together. and checkerboard mesa has that, plus an uplifting force. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your support, and please like and subscribe if you like this type of content, and let me know what I should discuss next. Have a great day.